You only have one chance to make a first impression.
Big. I mean, I got
it's not as big as his game, but I'm, getting there.
Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more amazing, entertaining, delightful, great disciple content.
Tell me where the freak's at. Hold up. Hey.
A woman's spotty past is used against her in a babysitting deal. Child care provider Tina Overman is suing her former client for services rendered. Defendant Tara Davis says she paid her part and the state was to pay the rest. Now it's Joe time.
Mr. and Mrs. Wallace Overman are here, proceeding through the wife, Ms. Tina Overman, against Miss Tara Davis. And let's see, Mrs. Overman, you are alleging that the defendant has failed to pay a balance due and owing for child care provided.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on. I'm just making sure I understand what your case is about. Now, let's see, Ms. Davis, I believe you're the mother of a third cousin of the plaintiff or something like that.
Yes, sir.
And you say that the fact that the plaintiff did not get paid what she expected is her fault. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Not yours. Well, Mrs. Overman, who made the initial request to assist the defendant with child care?
My aunt had brought her to my house and asked me if I could watch her kids while she looked for work, and then also to watch them after she'd found work.
It's 3 girls, right?
Yes.
What hours during the day were you expected to take care of these 3?
She usually dropped them off around 6 or 6:30 in the morning, and then most days would pick them up around 3.
All right. Now, I believe you provided some information up front to the defendant that due to your problems in the past, you might not qualify to be paid by the state of Oregon through a subsidy program they have.
Yes, Your Honor. I have
now,
a past.
these problems you had were more than 10 years ago, and you've been clean for a while, but you say you advised the defendant of that circumstance up front.
I did.
Did you give her any indication that if that in fact occurred, that circumstance?
Yeah, I even have proof of my background.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, did you ever advise the defendant that if you couldn't get paid by the state and they didn't furnish the subsidy, she'd be excused from paying?
No, never.
You alleged that you specifically advised her that she would be the responsible party.
Yes.
Now, in 3 months of watching these 3 girls from November to January year last, you say you only got $90?
I got 111.
111.
And then after she had lost her job and moved, I got an additional total of $90. I got a $50 payment and then a $40 payment.
111 and then $90 total.
Yes.
2 payments, 50 and 40. So you've been paid $201 for this, right?
Yes.
Now, you say you're actually owed $1,893. Is that
Yes.
right? You also say that in the 3 months that you watched these 3 young ladies, you had to provide them with food because the defendant, according to you, neglected to provide such for her own children and tell you it's your concern, you're the cousin, so it shouldn't matter, right?
She did supply food for a month of them being there, but the other 2 months I bought the food and
You're the
and fed
cousin,
'em.
so you should have taken care of it.
Yes.
Not true, Your Honor.
All right, you made out a basic case. I've looked at your sworn accounting that you also submitted to accompany your complaint. We will now go to Ms. Tara Davis. You have the floor, ma'am. Tell me your defense.
I moved from the coast over to her local area where I'm from, and I needed to find immediate work. And with my oldest daughter's family being there, Mrs. Overman was doing childcare out of her
You
home.
mean her father's side of the family?
Yes, Your Honor. And so my oldest daughter's grandmother said that Mrs. Overman was doing childcare out of her home, and she might have some spots open. And
That's
so,
the plaintiff's aunt.
yes. And so her aunt contacted her and gave her my number, and we exchanged conversations, and she said that she would watch my 3 children while I looked for work, and they would go over in the morning between 6 and 8 in the morning, and I'd go for a couple hours, look for work, come back and get them. I would bring breakfast in the morning and some lunch, and then I'd pick them up, and that happened for a couple weeks, got a job, and started dropping them off at 6 in the morning because I work from 6:30 to 2:30.
Well, didn't you pay? Since you had income?
My income wasn't that much. I was a single mother with 3 children, no child
That
support.
seems to be your problem. You chose to put yourself in that situation. Volitional, single-parent, female, head of household status.
I had my oldest daughter out of wedlock and my 2 younger children. I am married to their father.
Well, why, if you are married, are we in this dilemma here?
Your Honor, my
aren't you supposed to be in a viable relationship with somebody, you know, in sickness and in health, for rich or for poor, for better or for worse, and all of that?
Yes, Your
Why
Honor.
hasn't he paid it? And why are you getting public assistance if you've got a husband at home, or are you estranged?
No, Your Honor, my husband is incarcerated.
Oh, convict.
We'll be right back with Judge Joe Brown.
For some of the exchange of the child care that she provided, I took her to the hospital when her husband got hit by a car. I took her shopping, and I did sorts of things for her in exchange via text message.
We're back with Judge Joe Brown. The plaintiff in this case says the defendant hired her as a child care provider. She says she fed the children and took care of them and was barely paid. Let's get back to the case.
Well, how do we get to it's her fault she didn't get paid?
I paid what I could through...
Well, that's not the agreement you have with her. Or you say it's her fault because of her background she wouldn't qualify as a recipient of a subsidy on your behalf.
My copay from the state was $100 a month.
She didn't get it.
She did get it. I paid her $100 in cash, 2 money orders.
That's not what your agreement was. She acknowledges that. She got $201 and the opportunity to be charitable by feeding your children for 3 months while you either looked for work or worked, and you got $100 from the state. She didn't get that.
She did get that, Your
She
Honor.
got $201, and she's got careful receipts and a ledger showing the payments.
Okay.
So why is she supposed to keep your children for free?
She didn't keep my children for
Well,
free.
then
I
what
fed
do
them
you
the 3
call
months
it?
that they were there. When I lost my job, I had to move. So I told her through via text message, when I can get a job, I'll pay her what I can.
You
And she
fed them.
agreed.
What'd you do? Go out and get the food, come back, cook lunch for the kids over at her house?
No, I brought the food with the children in the mornings.
She says that wasn't even adequate. What kind of things did you drop over there?
Breakfast,
What?
cereal, oatmeal. I would bring bread to make French toast. I brought all sorts of different stuff. And then
Lunch. What they have for lunch?
sometimes they would have like hamburger helper with a vegetable or
Who would
macaroni.
fix the hamburger helper?
The plaintiff, Your Honor.
Well, my goodness, she's supposed to be cooked too?
Well, I can't necessarily leave work to fix my children breakfast and lunch. She didn't watch the children after I quit my job, Your Honor.
So this woman stuck for 3 whole months performing a charity by ambush. You're here trying to act like you are a victim.
Well, Your Honor, for some of the exchange of the child care that she provided, I took her to the hospital when her husband got hit by a car. I took her shopping and I did sorts of things for her in exchange via text message.
You took her to go see her husband after he got hit by a car.
I was asked to take her. I had no knowledge, and I get a text message, oh, can you please go get my niece to go take her to the hospital?
It's a disgrace that you behave like you do, thinking that somebody owes you something.
I don't think she owes me nothing.
Well, you owe her something. Why does she have to do this for free? $1,993 to go help you out. This is disgusting. So let's start this off. I'll just round it off, $1,900 in your cost, and be done with this.
Your Honor. This courtroom is now in recess.